Hey, well, what up, everybody? This is Too Elusive, and welcome back to another episode of Sonic Mania. This time we are playing as not Sonic, also known as Mighty.
And Knuckles.
Yeah, and Knuckles.
Mighty and Knuckles.
And also joining me again is my other two, I guess you can call them co-hosts at this point.
Hey! Surprise co-host.
Hello, I'm Helio, sometimes known as Josh.
And I'm Josh, sometimes known as Not Josh.
So, the thing with Mighty is that he is completely invulnerable to spikes in ball form. And he also has a ground pound which destroys breakable objects under him. And he also can, like, destroy enemies with shields. Like, those rolly thingies, I could actually destroy them when they're in their rolly form.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Yeah, no. This is,
it's all about directional input. But yeah, other than that, like, Mighty, he's not as busted as Ray because he doesn't have the mobility that Ray has. But, like, the fact that he's invulnerable to spikes is already a huge help.
It's always a welcome change.
Oh, like, see, right there, I would have received damage. But because I was in ball form, I lucked out. I shouldn't even say I lucked out. I was just in a better position. But in any case, a little bit about Stardust Speedway.
It's my favorite Sonic CD stage.
Oh, heck yeah. But also, I like how this version of Stardust Speedway implements the, what was it, the Marble Garden Zone into its stage. Which is basically what it's mixing together.
Really? For a minute, I thought I was watching you play a Sonic hack featuring Donkey Kong.
You may as well call it that. Wait, so how far are you in your copy?
I
Oh, crap.
haven't been playing because Rika has been playing Odyssey on it and trying to 100% it.
Really?
Yes.
How's that going?
I mean, she's definitely had some hard times, but it seems to be going well.
Well, that's good. That's good. I still gotta like 100% that myself.
One day.
Well, when I don't,
stronger than me, that is not a game that I ever plan on 100%ing.
Ah! Oh, wait, that's right. I'm Mighty.
I was gonna be like, you're Mighty. You
Look. I'm used to playing characters that are like vulnerable to this stuff.
See, this is worse than the time you said you forget you have abilities in Astro Stepper Gumball against the final boss.
You mean the God mod powers?
Yes.
Look, man, when you're trained to play one way through the entire game, and then all of a sudden you're given like an advantage over other characters, like, you will not register that immediately. It's like when you're playing 06 and you pretty much like spend the entire time of your life doing like certain basic platforming stuff that can be applied to other platformers. But then you get to, like, I don't know, that one particular section, and it's like, oh, you actually can't do that. Well, oh, okay, better example. You're trained your whole life that you're able to jump on enemies in every Sonic game, but 06 takes that away from you.
Yeah, you can't jump in on enemies. You have to only attack.
That's a much better way to describe that. I don't know why I didn't say that in the beginning, but at the same time, I'm trying not to get hit. Even though I could go super and, like, literally end this fight.
Get hit.
Come on, come down here.
No.
No.
But yeah, other than that, with this mini boss, you just have to kill the light bulbs. It did it! Thanks, Knuckles. Yeah, kill the light bulbs, wait for the big dude to spawn, hit him before he lights the whole place up, and wait till it goes away, then hit him again.
Don't let Quan play this stage.
Now, why would you... Oh.
Doesn't want to light his pants on fire.
But, what was it? Hit that, and we're good to go. And that's it. Fight's over.
What?
Okay, you gotta admit, that was a really cool pose.
Yeah.
Like, for them to end like that, like, I really feel like Knuckles as a partner with either Ray or Mighty really fits, because when you do their win pose in a certain way, it looks like that was intentional.
Alright, we're going back to the future now.
Yeah, we're going into the future. And this time, it's actually considered the good future. Because I remember what the bat feature looked like in the original CD. Like, everything was red and it had the whole green.
Everything was red, disgusting.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting. Yes. Like,
it looked like Sonic Forces. It was terrible.
Hey! we saved that for an actual discussion. But right now, this is a happy times.
Happy times. Yay!
Oh, sorry, does that bring everlasting despair?
I wouldn't call it everlasting despair, but I'm not trying to become disappointed.
Wait, what's the Danganronpa thing where it's the worst, most terrible?
Don't make me recite that whole line.
Except it's talking about Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces is the worst, most terrible.
The worst, most terrible, most mediocre Sonic game in human history.
I wouldn't call it the worst. It's literally not the worst Sonic game I played. Actually, I'm gonna ask. No. I'm saving that for the podcast.
It's like, material, can't say it.
I mean, go ahead and say it, dude.
You sure?
Yeah, it's still a surprise as to when we're gonna talk about that. I've got plenty of other topics in line for us before then.
All right. Without like even thinking about it, what would you say is your worst Sonic game that you've played? Like literally no thought.
I mean, personally, I haven't played all that many Sonic games.
That's the thing. I'm trying to look at all the Sonic games. And
I can tell you the one that I've played that's good that I don't like, and that's Generations.
And what was the reason for that, if you don't mind me asking?
As somebody who started with Sonic Adventure 2, I felt the 3D sections were not that great. I mean, the 2D sections were fine, but I just couldn't get into it. And it's not like it's not that I think it's a bad game. That's just...
It's just not your style.
Yeah. I played Mania. I played most of the way through it, and I really liked it, so... I don't know. There was just something about it.
Okay, so I can't go back that way. But yeah, that's basically your whole opinion on it.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I haven't played all that many Sonic games, so I can't say that I've played much of the bad ones.
Right.
That's why I'm like, I'm actually trying to think myself, and I'm like, bad ones. Because it's like, there's a difference between bad ones and ones that people say are bad. Because then there's ones that say are bad. It's Sonic Heroes. But I like that one.
I like Sonic Adventure 2, and everyone says that one's bad too, so...
Well, to be fair, a lot of people said that it was amazing. And then some people went back into play it, and then they're like, wow, this wasn't as good as I remembered.
It's called a poorly aged game. Like, Kingdom Hearts pretty much suffers the same exact thing. Or at least the first game
That's why
does.
they re-release it every 4 years.
Even if they re-release the first game, it's still a poorly aged game.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's like, yeah, you can re-release it, but unless you change how it plays, it's gonna remain to be poorly aged.
It's like, instead, I get the original one, which now is not so good, and then it's like, here's this barely working machine, but hey, at least they cleaned it up to make it look new.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got pretty graphics now.
And it's like, that's still not doing it for me.
I won't let you break Kyrie's heart.
Oh god damn it, I don't know why that's such a terrible line, but I love it.
Because that's the same stupid line you hear when you lose to
Riku?
Yeah, Riku. I'm sorry for butchering that witch's name, but I can never pronounce her name correctly, ever.
I feel it to an extent.
But what about you, Other Josh? What's your worst Sonic game that you've experienced?
Like I said, it's like, there's pure bad ones like Shadow the Hedgehog.
I
Sonic
liked the
Heroes.
multiplayer in Shadow the Hedgehog, good sir.
That was weird.
I had to instantly kill myself because I knew I was gonna die.
Okay.
The thing with that second half, I don't mean to derail the conversation, but the thing with this second half of this fight, if you bounce in a weird way and get caught behind him, you're gonna die because you're gonna end up landing on the other side where there's like no floor to come off of, and you'll
like Knuckles there.
Yeah, exactly, and you'll just die. So you may as well just like kill yourself and just repeat. Like, you don't want to jump too high, but you also don't want to jump too low where you miss your target and end up getting hit by his hand, which can damage you. Oh, thanks, Knuckles.
Yeah, like, see, I think that as far as worst or Sonic game that I just generally don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do have to give it to Generations for the mod community, because modding Sonic so that he's actually just Sonic in the Sonic Racer's car, that's amazing.
That is true. I guess if I had to, yeah, it'd probably be worst.
Yeah, think of your worst, man. The worst that
Because
you
it's
played.
like, I don't like Forces, but I don't necessarily think it's the worst. I guess if I had to say worst, it'd probably be like Sonic 3D on the Sega Genesis.
I mean, no, we can do 2 zones in this playthrough, because I mean, I hate to cut in the middle. I hate to cut in the middle of this discussion here. Oh, again, not to derail the conversation, but there's something else I want to point out with Hydrosity, or rather, just the water physics in general. You remember in the past where if your partner character collected the bubble, and you didn't,
yeah,
you pretty much are dead if you drown, and then you curse Tails forever.
Yeah.
In this, if your partner touches a bubble, he'll still register touching it so he can, like, live. But you see that it didn't disappear.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take away for you. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, and I'm actually really glad that they did that. But back to the subject at hand, you still haven't figured out, like, what's your worst.
Yeah, I think it's just Sonic 3D for the Sega Genesis.
Oh, Sonic 3D Blast.
Yeah, it's 3D Blast. That's why I'm like, I feel like I'm missing a name. Oh, 3D Blast. Yeah, there we go. That's the one.
And what?
Because, you know how everyone collectively agrees that Sonic Labyrinth is like the worst one? I still think that Sonic Labyrinth is also a bad game, but a lot of people tell me that the reason that they thought Labyrinth was bad was because it took away the one thing that Sonic's natural moveset, which is going really fast, because he was replaced with specific shoes made by Eggman to go slow.
I remember that. Yeah, that was the story.
Which, on paper, sounds terrible. But then you have 3D Blast that doesn't have that problem. Sonic is still the same way as he is normally.
By the way, this is silly.
Yeah,
So it's a bubble within a bubble. What you were saying.
But yeah, no, it's just like, which people will say is just as bad, and it's like, wow, this time you don't have no excuse with how bad this one is. It's just bad.
Yeah, I feel it. But as for what I consider to be the worst Sonic game I've played,
Worse.
And you've played quite a bit more than I have. So.
I've played a lot.
I feel like you played more than me in 2 lifetimes.
I see now, because I played so many, I have to, like, legit take a moment to think about that. Like, what is the absolute worst? Like, a game that was so bad that I felt like I did myself a massive disservice by wasting my time on it. Ah, man. What was it?
Because, like, I can easily name, like, Sonic games I don't like.
Yeah,
But
that's
I still
easy.
but I still get some enjoyment out of it. Like, for example, I don't like Sonic 06, but the Sonic stages are really good. I don't like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, but I still think the Sonic and Shadow stages are one of the better stages I played in a Sonic Adventure game.
Nice, you got an achievement.
I didn't even know that trophy was a thing.
Chivo!
But yeah, I see exactly.
I
see
hate
your
Shadow
point.
the Hedgehog, but the multiplayer is alright.
and also, I like the gunplay in Shadow the Hedgehog, admittedly, because it was done. What?
Awkward.
I hope there's another bubble shield later in this level.
Wow.
I'm angry!
Oh, I guess that works too.
Actually, no, it doesn't. You can still drown as Super.
Wow!
It's been like that since Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
That's such a bitch move.
I hate the Oh wait, no, this is only the first level. I thought I was on the second act.
No, you're not.
Wow. Look, a bubble shield.
That's not a bubble
Look,
shield.
a cannon. Oh, yeah, it's not.
But dang,
Hey, look, it's you. Oh, wait a second.
Where's Sonic game? I really, really need to think about that because there's just so many
a
of
Sonic
them.
game that you generally didn't enjoy, like at all, and it had nothing that you liked about it.
That's exactly what I'm trying to think of. Like, it had to be so bad that it had me rethinking life.
That's why it's like, see, that's why I really don't like the question when people ask me what is the worst like X game from X series you played, because it's like.
Now, if we're talking Mega Man X, I can easily say what that is.
It's Mega Man X5.
No, X7.
X7. I forget which is which. I never played an X. I played one of the X games on Game Boy. That was my emulator that didn't work. So.
By the way, you want to hear something sad?
Yeah.
I totally forgot that I was Super.
Wow.
Like, I legit forgot that I wasn't.
I love this boss fight so much.
Oh, and since I'm Super, I don't have to worry about damage. Oh! Yes, I do!
Wow.
The ship can take damage! Okay! To be fair, I've never been hit by a bomb. Like, ever. So your super form means nothing.
It's just eating your rings.
Yeah! Oh, God. But, shoot.
Well, time to take this one step at a time.
Where's Sonic game? Ah, man. I really can't say that right now.
It's a loaded question.
Like,
you asked the question.
I asked you guys 'cause I know you both had Sonic games that you definitely felt was the worst. Whereas I played so many, I had to pick.
I mean, we can go through the ones that are traditionally bad.
It's like, okay, yeah, they're traditionally
like
bad.
Forces 06, Unleash, whatever the.
Oh, you know what? I figured it out.
The rings, secret rings.
I figured it out.
Is it secret rings?
I figured it out.
What is it?
So
it's the one where you're King Arthur.
No, I actually.
Oh shit! I forgot about the Wii games.
I actually did have a bit of a soft.
Sonic and the Black Knight. That was the name of that one.
I actually did have a bit of a soft night for Black Knight.
Soft night.
A soft night.
A soft spot. I meant to say soft spot.
It's a soft night.
I meant to say soft spot.
But yes, you did have a soft spot for Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Or for Black Knight.
To be fair, I'm concentrating on the game. But yes, I have a soft spot for Black Knight. See, when we're talking worst though, it's a toss-up between Secret Rings, Forces, World, on the 3DS specifically.
Sonic Lost World. Okay.
And, well, you know what? I'm not even putting Boom on this list. Because Boom, honestly, is like...
See, Boom is a Sonic game, but like...
It's just too easy. It's like you expect people to say Boom when you ask this question because...
Yeah.
Given the fact that Boom was like... It had like its entire development team leave in the middle of the project.
But the cartoon.
The cartoon's amazing. I love the cartoon.
Oh, I was gonna say, on the subject of Sonic and the Black Knight, the most I know about that game is from Unskippable.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but it's a show that the Escapists used to have from the guys with the guys from Loading Ready Run, where they would just make commentary on cutscenes from video games.
Yeah.
And they did one episode for the opening cutscene for Sonic and the Black Knight, and it's hilarious.
Wow.
That sounds like it's a good time.
It does. But yeah, if I had to say between those, personally...
Also, I'm sorry.
I do too.
Because, like, I don't trust them, especially when there's, like, a wall or a ceiling on top of them, because it's like, oh, that's an easy death right there.
The spinny platforms?
Yes.
Yeah, the spinning drums.
Yeah, this part. I hated this part in the original.
As
you can die so easily.
As long as you spin dash and don't overstep your boundaries, you're good. but I can definitely understand
It's like,
why.
hey, you spring?
Yeah, spring, homie? By the way, this is where I would definitely go super, no matter what the reason is. Because I hate the boss in this level.
Oh.
You gotta, like, basically lure those bombs. Or rather, you lure Eggman into those bombs.
Oh.
Oh crap, I'm about to drown. Alright, now I'm not. I'm good now. You gotta lure him into those bombs and get the bubbles to spawn. But that's honestly not the worst part in this fight. The worst part in this fight is when you reach the second half. After he takes enough damage. And you'll see why when I get there.
Uh-oh. You're dying.
No, I'm not.
Mind.
I'm not dying. Knuckles is dying.
This is such a frustrating boss battle.
It is.
Just having to cycle having to worry about your breath too.
And when you get to the second half. Because it's not like you can jump out of the water when you reach the second half. You gotta spin dash out and then hit him as you're spin dashing out.
Hey,
It's really annoying. Like look at how deep this is. You can't even like jump out even as like super. The only way you can hit him is if you legit spin dash off the wall. And
or super, just stand there.
yeah, and you gotta do that basically. Then you gotta wait for this cycle crap to end, and hope that you don't drown in the process.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was gonna be like.
And then you gotta rinse and repeat. Alright, there we go. Now we into that noise. But yeah, I feel like I feel like I definitely have to say it's probably Lost World on the 3DS for me.
I feel it.
Because while both games are definitely heavily flawed, Lost World on the 3DS was just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it was rough times that day.
Rough times. Meanwhile, Knuckles is doing the moonwalk.
I was about to say Knuckles was having some rough times over there too.
Actually, Knuckles is really about to have some rough times.
Fine, Knuckles. He was my
So,
favorite.
I know that I said that I would, like... Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I know that I said that I would end after that one segment, but I'm actually going to let this ride because there's a certain way that I want to carry out this level. So Knuckles falls off of the tornado, and we carry on as the next character, and they're pretty much... The other characters being basically piloting the tornado. But the thing is, if you replay this stage as Knuckles,
Yeah.
it's a completely different level.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. So, right now, I'm just going to show off the plane, like the plane section, and then, like, I'll also make sure to show off the Knuckles section. Just to, like, give you guys an idea on what it's like. I hate the birds in this level. Oh my goodness. They legit will stay on you until you kill them.
Oh, they're those trajectory kind of enemies that just stick to you.
Until you, like, literally kill them. You
So,
have,
like-
there's, like, no option.
So
You,
it's like, leave me alone, and you're like, and they're like, nope.
yeah, you have to kill them. I should also let you know that, like, when this game was first released... Oh, dang it. When this game was first released... Oh, it looks like you can deflect shots, too, when you're in ball form as Mighty. Wow. It's really neat. But, yeah... Oh.
Wow, it's really neat.
That
was, what, 100 rings you just missed out on?
Probably around 45. I'll know when I go back to the recording and edit the video. Now, you dying, too.
You dying to not boy.
But yeah, back when this game was first released, you could actually fall off of the plane.
It's the Probo Pass train.
That's not the Probo Pass train. If you want context, like, watch the podcast on SMG, which I will definitely post. Which I'll definitely post in the link below. You know, I don't even know if I should go for that ring. It's really hard to get when you're not a flying character. Actually, can I just break through it? No. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you have to basically jump around the backside of that cart. But like I said, it's really hard to get to it without being a flying character. Or some kind of mobility. Like Knuckles, easy. Tails and Ray, easy. Sonic, Mighty, I wouldn't even think about it.
Hell, it's green.
And we're back on the tornado. And we're also about to fight what I would consider to be the most annoying mini-boss in the entirety of this game.
Why is he the most annoying?
Just watch the fight. The only way you can hit him is when he's jumping in towards you, and you have to time your jump. Because if you hit him anywhere else, he'll just bounce off. And
like that?
Yeah, like that. And there have been times where I would hit him in a weird angle, and he sent me so far off so fast, I just die. Because I go off with the tornado, and they can't keep up. It happened off screen when I was test playing it, and yeah, it sucked.
It looks kind of annoying, in all honesty.
It's very annoying. I hate this boss so much. Like, this is another boss that I would go super on regardless, because it's just tedious, it takes forever. Oh my goodness, and you can get BS like that.
Yeah, I remember this boss fight. It's not great.
Not fun at all.
I mean, this enemy is kind of annoying, even in like regular size.
Yeah, he's the caterpillar enemy from Sonic 1, if I'm not mistaken. That you encounter in, what was it, Marble Zone?
Yeah. There we go.
Bitch.
Now we never have to deal with him again.
Yeah, thankfully. Oh, also, I don't know if you know this, but that magician bot is actually a girl.
Really?
Yeah, according to the manual, that's actually a female.
Huh.
I mean, you wouldn't know because it's a robot.
It's a robot. I was gonna be like, that's a robot though.
Yeah.
I think it throws me off because they all have Eggman mustaches.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Fang. Hi, Fang.
I'm just like,
Dick.
this Professor Robotonic mustache-looking.
Yep. But anyway, guys. Oh, hey, look, Knuckles joined up with us. But yo, Knuckles, how exactly did you get here? Well, you know what? We're gonna find out how he gets here when we pick up in this playthrough of Sonic Mania. So once again, I'm your host Tualu. Don't give me that look, Mighty. We ending this right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, I'm too elusive, guys, and as always, play until your thumbs fall off. I'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.